There is a company that built surveillance systems for the Central Intelligence Agency, the National Security Agency, and the United States military. A company so secretive, its own employees don't fully understand what it does. And last week that company signed a deal with the one corporation that controls the hardware powering every artificial intelligence system on the planet. Nobody is talking about this, but you need to understand what just happened because it changes everything about who is watching you and how. The company is Palantir. If you haven't heard of them, that's by design. They were founded in 2003 with seed money from the CIA's venture capital arm, In-Q-Tel. Their entire business model from day one was building software that connects every data point about a person, a target, a population into a single searchable picture. Think of it as Google, but for governments who want to know everything about everyone. For 20 years, Palantir operated in the shadows. Their software tracked terrorists across continents, mapped insurgent networks in real time, and helped intelligence agencies connect dots that would take human analysts months to find. Their platform, called Gotham, became the backbone of American military intelligence, and most people never heard a word about it. But here's where the story takes a turn that should concern you. Palantir didn't stay in the shadows. They went public. They started selling to police departments, immigration agencies, and corporate clients. And now they've built something called the Maven Smart System. It's a military AI platform that fuses data from drones, satellites, radar, and signals intelligence into one dashboard. It also detects targets. It tracks them in real time. And it has what insiders call a Kanban kill chain, a visual workflow for identifying, tracking, and eliminating human beings, organized like tasks on a project management board. Let that sink in for a moment. The same kind of software that manages your team's work sprints is now managing kill lists. And that brings us to the deal that should have been front-page news, but wasn't. Nvidia, the company that manufactures the chips inside virtually every AI system on Earth, just partnered with Palantir to build what they're calling an AI operating system. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Nvidia isn't just a chip company. They are the bottleneck. Every major AI lab, every government AI project, every autonomous weapons system runs on their hardware. When Jensen Huang sells a GPU, he's not selling a product. He's selling the foundation that all artificial intelligence is built on. Control the chips, and you control the AI. Palantir, on the other side, controls the intelligence layer. They don't build the hardware. They build the software that makes sense of the data. They take raw surveillance feeds, financial transactions, communications metadata, location tracking, and they turn it into actionable intelligence. So what happens when the company that owns the hardware layer merges its technology with the company that owns the intelligence layer? You get something unprecedented. An AI operating system that doesn't just process data, it understands it, it connects it, and it acts on it. And here's the part they really don't want you thinking about. This isn't just for the military anymore. Palantir's fastest growing revenue segment is commercial. They're selling to corporations, to healthcare systems, to supply chain operators. Their AI platform is being marketed to Fortune 500 companies as a way to, quote, optimize operations and enhance decision-making. But the underlying technology is the same system they build for spy agencies, the same architecture, the same data fusion capabilities, the same ability to connect every data point about a person into a single profile. When a defense contractor sells surveillance tools to the private sector, they don't call it surveillance. They call it analytics. They call it insights. They call it operational intelligence. But make no mistake, the capability is identical. Now, think about what this means for you. Your employer could run Palantir's software on Nvidia's hardware and know more about your productivity, your communications, your patterns, and your behavior than any government surveillance program in history. And unlike government surveillance, there's no warrant required. There's no Fourth Amendment protection. A private company monitoring its own employees operates in a legal gray zone that nobody has meaningfully challenged. But it goes even deeper than your workplace. This partnership is happening at the same time that autonomous drones are being deployed at scale. Palantir has a separate deal with a company called Ondas to build AI-powered autonomous drone platforms for defense customers, starting in the fourth quarter of this year. These drones don't need human pilots. They fly themselves, collect data themselves, and feed that data directly into Palantir's intelligence platform. Now connect the dots. Nvidia provides the chips, Palantir provides the brain, autonomous drones provide the eyes, and the Maven smart system provides the decision-making layer. You're not looking at a product, you're looking at a fully autonomous surveillance and targeting infrastructure, one that can operate without meaningful human oversight. The Department of Defense's own chief AI officer demonstrated the Maven smart system publicly last week. He showed how it processes drone footage, satellite imagery, radar data, and signals intelligence simultaneously, and presents military operators with recommended actions. The system doesn't just watch, it advises, and the gap between advising and deciding gets smaller every single day. This is the part of the AI conversation that nobody in Silicon Valley wants to have. They'll talk endlessly about chatbots and image generators and productivity tools. They'll show you demos of AI writing poetry and generating pictures of cats, but that's the sideshow. The real frontier of artificial intelligence isn't writing your emails. It's watching your movements, analyzing your relationships, predicting your behavior, and making decisions about you that you'll never know were made. And the people building it aren't startups in a garage. They're defense contractors with top-secret clearances and direct lines to the Pentagon. 20 years ago, Palantir helped track terrorists. 10 years ago, started tracking immigrants. 5 years ago. And now they're building an operating system for artificial intelligence itself, powered by the only chips that matter, backed by military contracts worth billions, and quietly expanding into every sector of the civilian economy. So the next time someone tells you AI is just a tool, that it's neutral, that it only does what we tell it to do, remember this. The company that built its reputation on knowing everything about everyone just got the keys to the most powerful computing infrastructure ever created, and they didn't ask for your permission. Now you know. And in a world where knowledge is being centralized, hoarded, and weaponized, knowing might be the most sovereign act you have left.